Hello students, welcome to TechGKCM, the official YouTube channel of our college. Today we will discuss about normal distribution.
Earlier we discussed the preliminary stage of normal distribution, and we already know that the distribution function of the distribution function of normal distribution is given by fx equal to 1 by sigma root 2 pi e to the power minus x minus mu whole square by 2 sigma square, where x lies between minus infinity and infinity, and mu and sigma are the two parameters of the distribution. Today I will derive the mean of normal distribution. I will prove that the mean of standard normal distribution is mu. So let's start. We know that the distribution function is 1 by sigma root 2 pi e to the power minus x minus mu whole square by 2 sigma square, where minus infinity less than x less than infinity. And the definition of mean is you know that mean is also denoted by ex, or expectation of x, mean is called. So ex is integration minus infinity to infinity x fx dx. So here putting the value of fx, that is the distribution function, 1 by sigma root 2 pi e to the power minus x minus mu whole square by 2 sigma square dx. Now we will integrate this function. To integrate, first we substitute the square root of this power, neglecting the sign, negative sign, that is x minus mu by root 2 sigma by z. And differentiating both sides, we get that dx equal to root 2 sigma dz. And from this, we can say that the value of x is mu plus root 2 sigma z. Now we will substitute this value in the integration. The constant part 1 by sigma root 2 pi, we are taking out this from the integration, minus infinity to infinity. The value of x is mu plus root 2 sigma z, mu plus root 2 sigma z, e to the power minus the square root of this is substituted by z, so this will be z square. The value of dx is root 2 sigma dz, root 2 sigma dz. Now we are multiplying this. That is 1 by sigma root 2 pi, which is the linear property of integration. We have studied it in class 12. Mu e to the power minus z square root 2 sigma dz plus 1 by sigma root 2 pi integration minus infinity to infinity root 2 sigma z e to the power minus z square to root 2 sigma dz. One thing I forgot to tell, that the limit will not be changed, because if x is minus infinity, then z will also be minus infinity. If x is plus infinity, then z is plus infinity. So limit will remain same. Now for this part, you can say that sigma is cancelled out, root 2 is cancelled out. So the remaining part is mu by root pi, constant part, mu by root pi minus infinity to infinity e to the power minus z square dz plus this is root 2 will be cancelled out, sigma will be cancelled out. So the remaining part is root 2 sigma by root pi integration minus infinity to infinity z e to the power minus z square dz. Now I told you earlier the concept of even function and odd function. I am repeating again here. If f of minus x is equal to fx, then the function is called even function, and in case of even function, we can say that minus a to a fx dx equal to 2 into 0 to a fx dx. And if f of minus x equal to minus of fx, then integration minus a to a fx dx equal to 0, and fx is odd function. If f of minus x is equal to minus fx, then fx is odd function. In case of odd function, we can say that integration minus a to a fx dx equal to 0. I am not going to details of this definition. you studied it in class 12. So I will apply this theorem here. So see that e to the power minus z square is an even function, because if we put z minus z in place of z, the function remains same. So this is an even function, so we can apply this. That is, this will be 2 mu by root pi 0 to infinity e to the power minus z square dz plus. Now this is an odd function, because if we put minus z in place of z, then it will be this function, same function, and the minus sign will come. That is, this is an odd function. So the value of this integration will be 0. Okay. Now to integrate this function, we again substitute z square by t. Differentiating both sides, we get 2z dz equal to dt, and the value of dz is 1 by 2z dt, and the value of z is root t. So dz equal to 1 by 2 root t dt. Now we are substituting this 2 mu by root pi, limit, if z equal to 0 then t will be 0, if z is infinity then t will be infinity, so limit remains same, 0 to infinity e to the power minus z square equal to t, and the value of dz is 1 by 2 root t dt, 1 by 2 root t dt. Now 2 is cancelled out, remaining part is mu by root pi integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus t, 1 by root t can be written as t to the power minus half dt. Now you remember gamma function, the definition of gamma n is 0 to infinity integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus x to the power n minus 1 dx. Now you if you compare this form with this form, then you can write that 0 to infinity to the power minus t, this here it is e to the power minus x, and x to the power n minus 1. So minus half can be written as half minus 1, that is the value of n is half. So this is equal to gamma half, and the value of gamma half is root pi. In the chapter improper integration we studied this, gamma half is root pi is cancelled out, so mu. So the mean of binomial normal distribution is mu. In the next video we will discuss about the standard deviation of binomial distribution. Thank you.